Hello everybody. Welcome to worship. Welcome to my students, the first and second graders. Welcome to preschoolers. If any of you happen to be watching. The last 4 worships were in my classroom, but here we are now at Miss Laura's house. You can worship the Lord anywhere. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to worship the Lord from my house and from your house. So let's get started. I want to show you that I've got the Lord's Word here, and I've got some little decorations and a real candle. We don't use real candles at school because of the rules, but here I can do a real candle at my house, and that's what I want to do because the real fire is a nice way of showing that the Lord's warm love is with us always. Let's get started with singing a song. Let's sing All Things So Bright and Beautiful. You can either listen, or if you know it, you can sing along too. Just one verse. All things so bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things so wise and wonderful, the Lord has made them all. Each little flower that opens, each little bird that sings, He made their glowing colors, He made their tiny wings. All right, well, now the Word is open. You can hear my kitty saying meow. Hi, meowing kitty. The Word is open, and it's time for us to say the Lord's Prayer. So you can say it with me, or you can listen. We're just going to say today. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. No recitation this time. We're not doing recitations with these worship videos. We are just ready to get started with the story. And I want you to remember that last time, which was a while ago, all the way back before spring break, we have been reading about the Lord in the Garden of Gethsemane. That was a place where he went so he could pray for strength before the terrible things were going to happen that he had to go through when he got arrested and when he was going to be hanging on the cross and dying. Well, he took 3 disciples with him. They had all just had a special Last Supper together when he gave them bread and wine. But now he has Peter, James, and John in this garden at night, and he's praying to God, his soul, his Father, for strength. Help me get through this. And 3 times the disciples fall asleep. And he says to them sadly, what, you couldn't stay awake and watch with me even just 1 hour? I need you so much right now. But finally he had prayed 3 times. 3 is kind of a magic, holy number, isn't it? And he woke them up and said, look, here they are coming to get me. My hour is at hand. That means it is beginning. All the hard stuff. So today's little story is about his disciple named Judas. And Judas had gotten him in trouble, had gone and told the scribes and Pharisees where to find him. And now Judas is coming with the scribes and Pharisees and the Roman soldiers, and they're going to catch him. He's going to let it happen. So Jesus says to his disciples in the garden, remember, it's nighttime, rise, get up, let us be going. See, he who betrays me is at hand. That means, well, Judas is coming with all the people who are going to catch me, and I'm going to let it happen. He didn't say that, but he knew it in his heart. And while Jesus was still speaking, behold, Judas, one of the 12 disciples, with a great crowd with swords and clubs, came from the chief priests and the elders of the people. Here they are coming with their clubs and their swords, as if those things could really help them catch Jesus if he didn't want to be caught. They thought maybe they could beat him up with those things, but of course, if Jesus had not wanted to get caught, he would have protected himself. He has incredible power, all the power of heaven and earth, right? Think of the amazing things he's done and all those stories we read. But Jesus isn't going to fight. He's just going to let it happen. Now, says the word from the book of Matthew, now, his betrayer, that's Judas. Judas is the one who got him in trouble. Judas told the scribes and Pharisees where to find him. Judas has arranged with the scribes and Pharisees a special sign just to make sure they get the right person. You might think, well, of course they know what Jesus looks like. They've seen him every day. But it's nighttime, remember. It's dark. They want to make sure they're catching the right person. So Judas has said, the one I give a kiss to, he's the one. Grab him. Now, kids usually think, ew, a kiss? Why would two men kiss each other? But you know what? In that part of the world at that time, and still in many places in the world, it's totally normal. We shake hands with someone to say hello or greet them. But in many countries, it's a kiss not on the lips, but on the cheek. A kiss on the cheek, a quick little kiss on the cheek is a sign of greeting. Hello, hello. And it would have been normal. It would have been something that the disciples and Jesus and others did to each other. Hello, and a quick kiss on the cheek. But is this really a normal kiss, or is this the kiss that Judas is giving as a sign to the scribes and Pharisees, catch him? So it's not a kiss of friendship. It's not really a kiss of saying hello. It's a terrible kiss. It's the kiss of catch him. He's the one. Take him. Now Judas had given them a sign saying, whomever I kiss, he is the one. Seize him. So immediately Judas went up to Jesus and he said, greetings, Rabbi. That means hello, teacher, and kissed him on the cheek. Jesus must have looked at him so sadly. He said, friend, why have you come? Now he really knows, doesn't he? He's giving Judas a chance to tell the truth. Friend, why have you come? Of course, Judas says nothing, because he's not really being a friend of the Lord right now. Maybe he's feeling a little guilty inside when Jesus says that. But he says nothing. And then they came and laid hands on Jesus and took him. They've got him now. Now that's actually all we're going to read today, but I'll give you a little sneak preview. I do that with my students sometimes. That means it's almost like you're at the movie theater and they're showing you what movies are going to be coming another time that you can come see. This is a little sneak preview, meaning the story that you can hear from me next time. It's the one where they actually arrest Jesus and the disciples who had promised that they would die for him. Do you think they're willing to die for him now? Now that they see all the Romans, the soldiers, the scribes, the Pharisees, and they see that Jesus is not fighting? Well, wait and see what happens tomorrow or next time with that. But that is the next part of the story. What do the disciples do when Jesus actually gets caught? And what does Jesus do when Jesus actually gets caught? Now, I almost always have pictures for you to look at, but the truth is I don't have any worship pictures with me here except a couple special ones from a book for the actual Easter morning story, but that's still coming. So for all these worships at Miss Laura's house, you will need to be making a picture in your mind. We sometimes call it a movie in your mind of what did this look like. So think about today's story. It's dark. It's nighttime in a garden. And Jesus is there with his 11 disciples. 3 of them had specially been with him while he was praying, but now he's with all 11 of them. So Jesus, 11 disciples. Where's number 12 disciple? Oh, yes, that's Judas, who is coming with the scribes and Pharisees to catch him. He's the one who got the Lord in trouble. We're going to hear more about him later and talk a little bit about why he might have done that terrible thing. But there we are in the dark garden. The scribes and Pharisees and the Roman soldiers come with all their lights, no flashlights, these would have been torches with fire, and lighting up the scene. And there's Jesus and saying to Judas, "Friend, why have you come?" How sad that is, isn't it? This is the beginning of some very sad, hard stories. Hey, kitty, maybe I can get my kitty to come say hi to you. There she is. So here, everybody, at the end of worship, this is my little kitty, Juniper, my little black kitty. She's my oldest kitty. She's 18 years old, almost 19. That's old for a kitty. Maybe she'll help us sing the song. What do you think? Miss June, do you want to sing with the kids and me? We're going to sing This Little Light of Mine. All right, so light up your little pretend candle. I'm going to light mine right here. And it starts out, "This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Shining all around the world, I'm going to let it shine. Shining all around the world, I'm going to let it shine. Shining all around the world, I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine." One more. "Meow," says my little Junie. She kind of likes it when I sing. Now, I don't care what others say. I don't care what others say. I'm going to let it shine. Meow. I don't care what others say. I'm going to let it shine. I don't care what others say. I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Careful, June. That's real fire. Okay, 2 candles. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, here comes another kitty. This is Xander, if he's going to come into the picture. I don't know if you're going to see him. He's Annie. Oh, yeah. If you can see him, this is Xander. Anyway, it's time to say a blessing and to close up our worship service. So, you're a good boy, Xander. So here we go. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with us all. Amen. Thank you for coming to worship at Miss Laura's house, and I'll see you next time. Bye.